Hello everyone, this is Ben from the SDI Monochrome, Survios, and many other gaming community discords. Welcome to The Walking Dead Citizen Center. Today I'm going to be showing you a few weapon tricks. Be warned, this does contain some spoilers for some future weapons that you get from completing the story. So if you just want to see a few weapons, there's no timestamps added to this video, so you're just going to have to either click off the video and learn them for yourself. But aside from all the spoilers, we're going to move on. This is the FS92M. It is a Beretta lookalike 9mm destruction. So, first of all, you want to know the tactical reload. Fairly easy to know. So, dropping a mag, you still have 16 in there, but that's if you still have a bullet in your chamber. But let's just say I'll just fire a few off, right? There's 8 bullets. I would want to reload at this point. Put the magazine back down my belt, so I've still got some ammo to spare. Take a magazine out from my belt, plug it in, and that means I've got 17 bullets because there's one still in the chamber. That does not mean I have to work the action to get the 16 bullets you want. You want to get the 17 bullets, and you always want to keep it at that point. Because this gun, it can jam on you, and having to work the slide, it's just, it can get you killed in the trial. But still, this gun is very, very, extremely good in the trial. But just as long as you know, is that when this gun jams, it always jams below the halfway point, and I'm perfectly fine with wasting supplies and ammo. I can create as much as I want. I can create as much as I want, so I can waste as much as I want. Come out for the lever action rifle here. This gun can carry 13 bullets, 1 in the chamber, and of course an extra. So there's 12 plus 1. So the sights on this are really well made. So you need to line up 2 dots with the white dot just at the end there, if I can, just right there. So there's 3 ways you could cock this gun forward. You could either do it the normal way, just like that. You could either work it like a pump action shotgun and pull it forward and then push it forward again, just like a normal shotgun, like that. Or you could either punch forward with this arm. So it's either, so you just punch forward like that, and that means you can get a swift, I would say, swift cocking action with it, and aside the puns. That way you can fire off more shots in a quick succession, just as long as you're accurate. This gun isn't really very reliable in the trial, but it's still a good gun to use in the story mode or in general. Alright, moving on to the spoiler gun, which is the fully automatic AR-16. Well, the AR-416. So again, this works like a pistol. You've got a tactical reload. Take magazine out, put one in. Now, personally, I don't really aim when it's on full auto, because you have 3 firing modes. You've got burst, you've got single, and you've also got full auto, which is the one that's automatically put on whenever you build the gun. It's 3, and it's 50 markable metal, and then it's 8 bindings. So it's quite expensive, but once you've got the materials to do it, then you can build as many as you want. But I recommend you only build 1, just in case, or you can either take some from the reserve once you get into there. So personally, I don't aim with it on full auto because your accuracy can go everywhere, and it's not the best. But this gun in the trial absolutely decimates on full auto. You want to use the tracer that comes out of it, because the bullet traces. You see that little whitish yellow line that just went straight there to the wall? That is the tracer. So I'll inf that little part on top of that. I wouldn't say gravestone, it's more of a pillar, but we'll just call it a gravestone because I don't know what that is, because I'm not a graveyard man myself. But so clearly hipfire isn't really the best of accuracy ever, and yes, you do have to work the action whenever you run out of ammo. So that's why the tactical reload is always better, so you get that extra bullet in the chamber. So for the burst, you can aim for the burst, or you can just hit fire as well. Personally, I prefer to aim on burst or for single. I know I would personally use single for more control and to actually pick my shots more. This gun can be very reliable, but if I can get the gun to jam, that is. There we go, the gun's jammed, so that means I'm going to have to, work the action to unjam it again. So it's reliable, but once it gets to around that mark, it's no longer reliable. It's going to jam on you, and it's going to get you killed. Right, moving on to the 45 revolver. You can get this in the shallows. It's not really much of a spoiler weapon. It's in the safe that the side quest girl gives you to retrieve her husband's ring. So for this gun is extremely reliable. It will not jam on you, and you can also do a very quick speed reload. So if I just go ahead and so that's the gun out of ammo. There's no more bullets in the chamber. So when the cylinder is open, you want to bring it down inside your ammo pouch, and then you just want to spam the grip trigger or the trigger if you're on PSVR. That way you can get a very quick reload off, so you can start firing again. This gun, very reliable, but it does have 6 shots. I would choose the FS92, the makeshift Beretta, over the revolver any day. Now there are different revolvers you can get in the game. 30 caliber is the starter revolver. You've also got the Sheriff, which is the Rick Grimes revolver from The Walking Dead. Now, people underestimate this, the double barrel shotgun. Yes, I would see why, because of its low durability, because it runs out very quick, but this gun can decimate in the trial. Once you get when you kill one of the hanging walkers, then that means you can get a firearm booster. You need to kill it with a firearm. If you kill it with a melee, it's going to give you a melee booster. You want the firearm booster, because this gun, you can just keep shooting and shooting until the firearm booster runs out. Unlike the Nova shotgun over there, which we'll come into later. Yeah, because you're always going to have to keep working the action for that, and it's going to get annoying. So this is why I prefer to use the double barrel. And also, for the Nova, you're going to have to keep feeding into the bottom chamber, but as I said, I'll come into that later on. But for the double barrel shotgun, all you really need to do is fire off 2 shots, flip it down, put another 2 in, and then you can. Now this doesn't take too long to do. I would recommend just building 1 or 2 of them, because it can take maybe 1 full gun to learn. So because this gun you can just continuously fire, because it's a double barrel, and you have to put 2 shells in, flip it up, fire again, flip it down, 2 shells in, and it's just, this gun can decimate in the trial. I would recommend taking this in trial. Moving on to the bolt action rifle, wouldn't recommend this, not unless you're going for a high score challenge in the trial. Again, you can do a tactical reload if there's already a bullet in the chamber. But there's always a downside to this gun, is that you can miss your shots, and then that means you're going to have to work the action on the bolt, and then sometimes it can be a bit fiddly as well. Yeah, so like whenever you panic, you can fluff the reload, like so pretty much like that. So you'll be like, try to get it up and forward as fast as you can. Not very reliable in the trial, but again, overall it's a good gun to use in solo mode. I just wouldn't really use it in trial, not unless you're going to be going for high scores. Alright, moving on. We're going to move on to the Nova now, which is the 12 gauge shotgun. Again, it takes the exact same amount of rounds as, well, it doesn't take the exact same amount of rounds, sorry. It takes the exact same rounds as a double barrel shotgun, 12 gauge. Now, this shotgun, it can jam on you once you get it to low durability. It's very rare, but it can jam. But every single time you fire a shot, you're going to have to work the action. So you're going to have to pump it back like that, or you can do it like an 80s movie, where you can just let go of the front part, and then you can just do that as well. So you can just do it like an 80s movie. It's kind of cool, but I'd recommend only doing that in the story mode. I wouldn't recommend doing that in the trial. But you can swift fire this shotgun. which means you have to quickly pump it back, pump it forward, fire again, pump it back, pump it forward. And sometimes you can fluff it a bit if you're too quick, because you need to wait about, I think it's maybe 300 milliseconds just for like, you know, the chamber to actually close. Then you have to wait again before you can fire, then pump it again, and so forth and so on. And then once you run out of ammo, you're also going to have to feed 8 bullets into the chamber, or you can just feed the 1, then load it again. But there is a swift reload you can do for this. So what you want to do is that you just want to bring the gun down here, and then you just want to keep spamming and moving your hand up there. And then that can just quickly get, you know, all the bullets in the chamber. I would only use this in the trial if, you know, your double barrel breaks, or if it's the only gun you've got, really. But I wouldn't recommend really using it. But if you want to go and use it and you prefer it over the double barrel, be my guest, go ahead and use it. But it's still a really good gun to use in story mode to take out reclaimed or tower patrols. Double barrel is also really good for that. So is the bolt action, AR, the rifle as well, and of course pistols as well. But again, this gun, it can jam on you, as I've said, which means you'll have to work the pumping action twice in order to actually unclear it. Maybe 3 times. It depends if the game is very bad, like very mean to you, so you'll have to, you know, like work it twice in order to actually chamber a new round, which means this gun could be very unreliable once it starts to jam. Put you over there with the rest. And moving on to the bow and arrow. Now, people tend to hold the, now in real life you would hold the bow like that, but considering this is a game, this right here, these arrows block your peripheral vision. So you've got the lure arrows, which have dynamite on them, regular arrows, and you've also got explosive arrows. Now, if you throw that down, it's not going to blow up. Don't worry. But it's when you fire it from the bow, it will blow up. So if I just grab the string, it will do a normal arrow, which means you're going to have to grab an explosive arrow or a lure arrow, and you're going to have to just fire it off, and then that will happen. Now, of course, this bow, I tend to either turn it to the side or at a 45-degree angle, so that means I can still see. Plus, I can use the tip of the arrow. So I need to kind of like memorize where the tip of the arrow went, and then I can just use that. So I'll aim for up there. Off to the left a bit, but still, memorizing where the tip of the arrow went. Remember, bows have drops on them, which means the arrow will go forward, and then it will drop, and the arrow's up there. Okay. Again, you've also got dynamite arrows. This can be used for another stealth mechanic in the game. Again, it gets really annoying the more you use it. Personally, I find it annoying. Alright. Now, I have all the supplies to waste. I have plenty of wood scraps, plenty of workable metal, so I could just waste as much as I want. Now, this is also something else I would recommend. I don't trust all these guns here. These are going to kill me once I try to build this. It's going to get me killed. But, nail bombs. Eee, I don't like it. You've also got sticky proximity bombs. Where did that go? Where did that go? Where did that go? Wherever it went, I don't care. I have the supplies to make more. Again, you've also got those. You also have the timed noisemaker bombs as well. Now again, these don't explode on impact either. These are time controlled. And once the timer runs out, it'll obviously blow up. You can also try to be very careful with these, because these. Okay, so the nail bombs work as impact grenades. So if I go ahead and throw it over there, it works as an impact grenade. You want to stay clear from that when you throw it, so you want to at least throw it. I'd say that was about 10 yards, because the nail bomb can absolutely decimate anyone. You can also use the proximity bombs to lay up traps. So if I go ahead and place a nail bomb here, and if I go over and place a nail bomb here, and if I go ahead and throw a proximity bomb there. Now this only activates whenever a enemy steps over it, so like a reclaimed patrol or walkers. So whenever you shoot that bomb, it can cause a chain reaction to blow up both of those nail bombs. So if my accuracy is good enough, it's not. It can cause a chain reaction to blow up, and you can kill practically a good group of walkers. Again, these are impact bombs, explode on impact when thrown. So be very careful with these, as you can probably accidentally, drop them, or if you're on PSVR, your tracking can mess up, and you can like that. It's sunny in my room right now, so I'm gonna move off to the right a bit. So yeah, you just want to be careful with those, but they're really great in the trial, really great for horde control, just like double barrel shotgun with the firearm booster. But again, for the explosive egg timer, this little fella can be helpful. So you just throw that, set it, forget it. It'll create noise, it'll attract a few walkers. There it goes. And it does have a larger blast radius than the nail bomb, but yet again, it is an amazing weapon. Whoa, okay. Yet again, it's an amazing weapon. I would personally take the nail bombs, because these absolutely decimate. You could just throw them, and they blow up on impact. You can take out a huge group of walkers. See, if like let's say 7 or let's say like 10 or 11 of them were compact in that area, you could just kill all of them. I'm not going to throw a nail bomb over them because I have a lot of screwdrivers, a lot of crowbars, hatchets, and fire axes. And if I do end up throwing them over there, I'm going to end up crashing my game. Or not, actually, my FPS is still fine, okay. But yeah, that's all the tips I have for, all the firearms. If you need any melee tips, you know where to find me. You can just at me in the Morgrim Discord at Ben Yelson. Please do the one where it's my real face showing and not a Rec Room, not like a Rec Room character. Alright, that one's my alt account, but I'm pretty sure that one's been kicked due to inactivity on the server. But apart from that, you're welcome. Please use these tips to your advantage. I do recommend, trying to learn the double barrel shotgun, because you can get 2 shots off and you can reload in literally 0.5 seconds if you get it right. So if you have seen this video and you've watched it all the way through, thank you, enjoy your day, and stay safe.